Welcome, modern day mystics, fellow truth seekers, James and Justin, back at it again with another reaction video. And we're going to look at another nerd robot video. It's entitled Gods from Different Countries.
Ooh, nerd.
Yeah, so this is kind of like just a brief little description of some of the gods all over the world, but I think it's good because it describes in this video a lot of gods you may not have heard of before.
Oh, cool.
Greece. Zeus is the king of the gods in Greek mythology, associated with thunder and lightning. Zeus possessed immense strength and could control the weather. Italy. Jupiter is the supreme deity in Roman mythology, considered a god of the sky. His powers include the ability to fly and to grant wishes. Denmark. Odin is the chief god in Norse mythology, associated with wisdom, war, death, and poetry. Odin possessed great knowledge and power, including the ability to see into the future.
And regenerative powers.
India. Vishnu is a major god in Hinduism who preserves the universe.
Has anyone made God trading cards yet?
You just stumbled onto something.
Yeah.
And is worshipped by millions. Vishnu possesses many powers, including the ability to protect his devotees from harm. Palestine. Jesus is the central figure of Christianity, believed by his followers to be the Son of God. Jesus performed many miracles, including healing the sick and raising the dead.
The interesting choice for representation of
That country?
Yeah.
Palestine, considering what's going on nowadays. And
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm
Judaism
being out of control right now, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, no.
It was
I totally
like, what
hear you're
place is Jesus? I guess Jesus represents everybody, really, because Christianity's all over the place, but yeah, never mind. Don't want to get in trouble.
Saudi Arabia. Hubal was a chief deity in pre-Islamic Arabian mythology, associated with war. Hubal was believed to possess the power to foretell the future. Egypt. Ra is the sun god in Egyptian mythology, often depicted with a falcon head. Ra.
So far, Ra is like the least humanoid out of all of them.
Yeah.
Because from what I've seen just so far in the first quarter of this is that all the gods are very human.
Yeah, and he's like
Got a bird head.
anthropomorphoid or whatever the
Well,
word is.
and I guess Vishnu did have 4 arms, but
And was blue.
and was blue. But yeah.
First
Ra
animal.
possessed great power and could control various elements. Iraq. Enki is a god in Mesopotamian mythology, associated with wisdom, fresh water, and magic. Enki could control the waters and was associated with fertility and abundance.
America. Jesus with 2 machine guns and fireworks.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Well, hey, you know what? I think he's thing that's interesting, right, is like these gods are old, right? Like they've been around for a long time, and a big part of who they are is their ability to manipulate the elements, which I see as something for the day and age that they come from, as something being super important. Like nothing from these gods is impractical. Like the god of making sure that I don't know, electronics work properly.
Yeah, they couldn't
everything is relatable to the time and period and the
Yep.
people that are there within.
Yeah, the cultures from which these gods emerged.
Yeah.
And you're right, they couldn't afford to have some useless god back then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
but it's interesting because they remind me of Marvel. It reminds me of Marvel
Superheroes.
DC superheroes. You know what I mean? Like they bedazzling you with their way they look, and they've got powers. Like it's literally like abilities, walking on water ability. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like it's so much like the superheroes and the mythology we create nowadays. But we have come to a point of affluence, so you can like Google most useless superheroes, and it'll be like Blob Dude. All he is a useless blob. It's like that's where with complexity.
Pizza Man.
Yeah, everything you can imagine now. But back then it was like we don't have much time. What does this god do? He destroys our enemies and he can fly.
Make sure the crops are yielding. Yeah.
Yeah.
Iran. Ahura Mazda is the supreme god in Zoroastrianism, associated with wisdom, light, and goodness. Ahura Mazda possessed great power to control light and darkness. Turkey. Bay Ulgin is a central deity in Turkic mythology, often depicted as the creator of the universe. Bay Ulgin could control any object and manipulate reality. Mongolia. Esege Malan is a creator god in Mongolian mythology, known as the god of the heavens. Esege Malan possessed great speed and can move through the forest with ease. China.
Speed.
Yu Huang, also known as the Jade Emperor, is an important figure in Chinese mythology, known as the ruler of the heavens. Yu Huang possessed great wisdom and could see into the hearts of men. Japan. Amaterasu is the sun goddess in Japanese mythology, believed to be the ancestor of the imperial family.
First female.
Oh, yeah.
Dad just picked up on it, so that says something. I guess maybe about I don't know. Do I say patriarchy or how things have been run for the last thousands of years?
Yeah, I mean.
But hey, look at Japan, progressive, way before its time. Although I think there's been female gods in other religions, and maybe just doesn't mention.
Probably depends on where you go and just everything. But yeah, I noticed they have I didn't notice it before, the little element in the corner there, the sun or whatever. I like the way this video's set up and the music. I like that synthy, like relaxing music.
Yeah.
I just like the way
Common just getting you in the zone.
it sets it all up, simple.
Amaterasu possessed great power and could control the weather. Korea. Hanu Enim is the sky god in Korean mythology. He is considered the ancestor of the founder of Korea. Hanu Enim possessed great power and could control various elements. Vietnam. Than Giong is a Vietnamese mythical hero who defeated invaders with the help of his magical weapons. Than Giong possessed great strength and courage. Indonesia. Hyang is the supreme being in ancient Javanese mythology who believed to have created the universe. Hyang was believed to protect households and ensure the well-being of families. Australia. Altijira is the god of the dreamtime in the mythology of the Aranda and other indigenous peoples of Australia. Altijira was associated with power to create and maintain the world and its natural cycles. Mexico. Itazama is a deity in the mythology of the Maya civilization who was worshipped as the god of creation. Itazama was associated with great knowledge and power, including the ability to destroy everything.
This is a great video to really put into perspective how we as humans, how we have these gods all over the planet. Like literally, like in every country, there is an idea or a concept about God. And it's kind of like humbling if you're sitting, well, my idea of God is the right one and everyone else is wrong. Like, look at how many other gods there are out there.
Yeah, and not just that, but maybe some fulfilling prophecy effect, because they said he was associated with the Mayans.
Okay.
That was the first god I noticed had a mass destruction ability.
Oh.
And, you know, it's like, when that's like a prominent aspect of the god you serve, like, he could take this all away, you know, and then the Mayans didn't, you know, they were invaded, right? Like, you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I guess that makes me nervous about some of the world religions that are the biggest, is their end time chunk of the book that's like, you know, you got a bunch of people believing as hard as they can that the end is going to come in a certain way. It's like,
oh, it drives me crazy.
You know, well, something will drop into the ocean and this will happen. It's like, and then you start tying it to like real things, like, you know, well, that, you know, split the sky. That could be like nuclear. That could be like stop making it happen. Yeah. Why don't we just somebody create a new religion for Pete's sake? That's like, and then everybody gets along and everything's gonna be great. Yes. You know, we can still take all those other religions and nobody gets left out.
Stop manifesting terrible prophecies, like everything falling apart. Like, I do think there's something to us collectively. Like, we're like literally trying to like make like the dispensational view of end times in the Bible. Like, everyone's gonna get a mark, and so like people are like creating things digitally to like, what can we do to make sure that everyone gets a mark?
Yeah.
And so we fulfill those prophecies and make it happen.
And
like, stop it!
Yes. And human psychology is weird enough, in my opinion, and counter everything enough that the people that are responsible for, you know, one world currency would be like, let's make it a mark. I don't know why. It's just how psychology works. Like, when everybody's like, don't make it a mark, it's like, I kind of think we should make it a mark.
Let's call it a sin number.
Yeah.
Let's make it sinny.
It's just, like, 666 is just what it ended up being. It was on purpose. That shit happens. And then it's like, everything's on fire.
Yeah.
Why didn't we just,
let's manifest some utopia.
Now, for people that truly do believe in the apocalypse, we sound like absolute morons. But try to see it from the perspective of self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes.
Just try. I can try to see it from your perspective. Try to see it from mine.
Yeah.
Since the dawn of civilization, humans have been fascinated by the concept of divine beings or gods. Every culture and religion in the world has its own set of gods, goddesses, and deities that they believe in. These gods often represent different aspects of life, such as love, fertility, war, and wisdom, and are revered and worshipped by their followers. The concept of gods and goddesses is deeply ingrained in human culture, and it has been present since the earliest days of human civilization. In ancient times, people believed that gods were responsible for everything that happened in the world, from the rising and setting of the sun to the success or failure of their crops. They believed that by offering prayers and sacrifices to their gods, they could gain.
There's so many. He literally ran out of time and was like, we can't get through this. It's like gets faster and faster.
In their favor and protection. While the gods of different cultures may vary widely in their characteristics and attributes, they all serve a similar purpose: to provide comfort, guidance, and meaning to their followers. Through their myths, rituals, and beliefs, humans have created a rich and diverse tapestry of divine beings that reflect the complexity and beauty of the human experience. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and to watch more interesting animated videos and motion graphics, subscribe to this channel right now.
And this time we live in is so cool. Like, you just take for granted. It's literally parading novelty in front of you. Like, all cool things that you could zone in on, go down a rabbit hole for each of those, parading them across your very eyes, colors and concepts like, oh, there's different gods, you know.
Yeah, I was just thinking, I was like, oh, if I wanted to know about that god, I could just look it up online and then start researching it. And there's probably this whole big thing. Because we're talking about countries here with like millions of people who like worship these gods, and like there's history. Like you only hear usually about like the big three, or the like, like concepts like non-duality and stuff, but it's so diverse, so much out there.
And I bet you there's more than you'd imagine people into each and every one of those that have made it their life to be into that specific thing.
Yeah,
it's amazing what little niches and stuff that, and then you unravel it and you're like, this isn't an unheard of thing. This is lots of people know this.
Yeah. Well, this is a great channel full of amazing content, way beyond even some of this stuff here. Hopefully you guys liked our reaction to it. If you did, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share this with a friend, and everyone, until next time, stay spiritual.